Have you ever laid in bed at 2 a.m., replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, analyzing every word you said, every facial expression, every pause? You tell yourself, "Why did I say that? Why didn't I say something smarter?" Your brain refuses to switch off. It jumps from that awkward moment to your future, to your worst-case scenario, to something you did in high school. And somewhere in that spiral, a quiet question appears. Is this because I'm intelligent, or is something wrong with me? You've probably heard people say, "You overthink because you're smart." Maybe you even felt proud for a second. Smart people analyze. Smart people think deeply. Smart people see possibilities others don't. But if that's true, why does it feel so exhausting? Why does it feel like your own mind is attacking you? Overthinking doesn't feel glamorous. It feels heavy. It feels like standing in front of 10 doors and being terrified to open any of them because you've already imagined what could go wrong behind each one. It feels like writing a text message and deleting it 5 times. It feels like wanting to speak in a meeting but staying silent because you've already predicted how everyone might judge you. It feels like being trapped inside your own intelligence. You notice things other people don't. You read between the lines. You sense tone shifts. You analyze patterns. You replay decisions. You think about the future more than the present. You're constantly scanning for risks, and sometimes it makes you feel different, maybe even broken. Here's the truth that no one explains clearly. Overthinking can come from intelligence, but it can also come from anxiety. And those two can look almost identical from the outside. Intelligence gives you the ability to imagine multiple outcomes. Anxiety forces you to imagine the worst ones. Intelligence asks, "What are the possibilities?" Anxiety whispers, "What if it all falls apart?" Intelligence is curious. Anxiety is afraid. When those two mix together, your brain becomes a powerful prediction machine, but it starts predicting danger everywhere. Think about it. When something small happens, like a delayed reply to your message, your brain doesn't just see busy, it sees rejection, it sees disinterest, it sees potential loss. Within seconds, you've built an entire emotional story. Not because you're crazy, not because you're weak, but because your brain is wired to think deeply and protect you at the same time. Overthinking is often your brain's attempt to feel safe. If you can analyze every angle, maybe you can prevent pain. If you can anticipate every mistake, maybe you won't embarrass yourself. If you can mentally rehearse every conversation, maybe you'll finally say the perfect thing. But here's the painful twist. The more you try to control the future in your mind, the less peaceful you feel in the present. And this is where it gets complicated. Some of the world's most creative, insightful, and intelligent people are deep thinkers. They question everything. They don't accept surface-level answers. They notice contradictions. They reflect. That depth can be a gift. It can make you empathetic. It can make you innovative. It can make you wise beyond your years. But when deep thinking turns into rumination, it stops being a gift and starts becoming a cage. Rumination is when your thoughts stop solving and start circling. You're not gaining clarity anymore. You're just reliving, replaying, reanalyzing. And each loop drains a little more of your energy. Have you noticed how your overthinking is rarely about happy possibilities? You don't lie awake imagining everything going perfectly. You lie awake imagining what could go wrong. That's not pure intelligence. That's a nervous system stuck in alert mode. Sometimes overthinking is rooted in past experiences. Maybe you were criticized a lot. Maybe you were misunderstood. Maybe mistakes had big consequences in your life. Your brain learned, we must think ahead. We must not slip. We must not fail. And so it thinks, and thinks, and thinks. But intelligence doesn't require suffering. You can be sharp, perceptive, and reflective without being in constant mental chaos. The difference lies in intention. Are you thinking to understand, or are you thinking to avoid fear? There's a quiet moment that many overthinkers eventually reach. A moment where you realize your thoughts aren't helping you anymore. You notice you've been arguing with imaginary versions of people in your head. You've been preparing for disasters that never happened. You've been apologizing in advance for things you haven't even done. And you feel tired. Not physically, but mentally tired in a way that feels deeper. This is where the real question begins to shift. Instead of asking, "Is this intelligence or mental illness?" maybe the better question is, "What is my mind trying to protect me from?" Because overthinking is rarely random. It's protective. It's your mind's attempt to create certainty in an uncertain world. But certainty is an illusion. And chasing it through constant analysis is like trying to empty the ocean with a cup. And here's the turning point you might not expect. The goal is not to stop being a deep thinker. The goal is to stop letting fear sit in the driver's seat of your intelligence. That shift changes everything. Imagine this for a moment. What if your overthinking isn't proof that you're broken, but proof that you've never been taught how to guide your mind? You've been handed a powerful engine, but no one gave you steering lessons. So it revs at full speed, sometimes in circles, sometimes toward cliffs, sometimes toward incredible insight. When people casually say, "You think too much," it feels like criticism. But rarely does anyone say, "You haven't learned how to separate productive thinking from fear-driven spiraling." That's the missing piece. Productive thinking feels focused. It has direction. You consider options, make a decision, and move forward. Fear-driven overthinking feels endless. It doesn't land anywhere. It doesn't resolve. It just reopens the same file in your brain again and again. And here's something deeply important. Mental illness is not defined by how much you think. It's defined by how much your thinking controls your life. If your thoughts are so loud that they stop you from living, connecting, deciding, resting, then it's not about intelligence anymore. It's about care. And seeking help is not weakness. It's wisdom. But many overthinkers are not mentally ill. They are hyper-aware, sensitive, deeply reflective, and often deeply afraid of getting things wrong. You hold yourself to high standards. You want to do well. You want to be understood. You want to avoid regret. So you simulate every scenario in advance. Yet life doesn't reward perfect simulation. It rewards participation. There's a moment in every overthinker's journey where you realize something shocking. You've been trying to think your way into safety. But safety doesn't come from perfect decisions. It comes from trusting yourself to handle imperfect ones. Think about the times you survived something you once feared. That presentation you thought would ruin you. That conversation you avoided in your head for weeks. That risk you hesitated to take. Most of the time, it wasn't as catastrophic as your mind predicted. And even when it was uncomfortable, you handled it. Overthinking underestimates your resilience. It assumes you cannot cope. So it tries to prevent every possible pain. But pain is part of growth. Discomfort is part of connection. And mistakes are part of being human. So here's the mindset shift that quietly frees you. Instead of asking, "What if this goes wrong?" ask, "If it goes wrong, can I handle it?" And the honest answer, if you look at your life, is usually yes. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness observing them. That single realization changes your relationship with your mind. When a spiral begins, instead of diving into it, you can pause and say, "My brain is trying to protect me." That creates distance. And in that distance, you regain choice. You can set gentle boundaries with your mind. You can decide, I will think about this for 10 minutes, then I will act. You can redirect your energy into movement instead of mental rehearsal. You can practice speaking even when your brain screams perfection. You can allow small imperfections without labeling them as disasters. Being intelligent doesn't mean you must analyze every detail. Being mentally healthy doesn't mean you never worry. It means you know when to stop feeding a thought that's no longer serving you. And here's something you might need to hear. The world does not experience you the way you experience yourself. While you're replaying that small mistake, most people have already moved on. While you're dissecting your words, others remember your kindness, your presence, your effort. Your mind magnifies flaws. Reality is usually softer. Imagine using your depth not to predict failure, but to create meaning. Imagine channeling that analytical ability into creativity, learning, connection. The same brain that can spiral can also build. The same mind that imagines worst-case scenarios can imagine beautiful possibilities. Overthinking is not a fixed identity. It's a habit pattern. And habits can be reshaped. You are allowed to be thoughtful without being tortured by your thoughts. You are allowed to be intelligent without being anxious. You are allowed to care deeply without carrying constant mental noise. The question was never, are you smart or are you sick? The real question is, are you letting fear decide how your intelligence is used? If you've seen yourself in these words, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're aware. It means you feel deeply. It means your mind is powerful. And powerful things require guidance, not shame. Tonight, when your thoughts begin their familiar spiral, try something different. Instead of fighting them or believing them, simply notice them. Let them pass like weather. You don't argue with the rain. You don't try to control the wind. You let it move through. Your mind was never meant to be a prison. It was meant to be a tool. And when you learn to hold it gently instead of letting it hold you tightly, something shifts. The noise softens. The present becomes clearer. And you realize that intelligence was never the enemy. You were never broken. You were just thinking without compassion for yourself. And the moment you add that compassion, your mind finally begins to feel like home.